They have timestamps to spoil everything. That's I don't know if that's new or not, because usually I always catch these live. I don't watch the direct after the fact. Anyway, I'm going to attempt to do somewhat of a YouTube intro here, just in case I end up wanting to put this on YouTube. So, I was not able to watch this Nintendo Direct live, unfortunately, because I was at work. And I am extremely exhausted right now, so it would probably be better for commentary's sake for me to save the watching of this for tomorrow, so I could actually watch it and fully pay attention and make better commentary based on what I see in the video. But I don't want to wait a day to see it because, you know, earlier today when I was at work, the whole time I was just wondering what the heck was in this Direct. And so why would I want to prolong that feeling of dying to know what is in this even longer? So let's start. I already know, we talked about this earlier on the live stream. The live stream in which I am watching this and recording. I should be recording because I've been getting some dropped frames. So yes, the recording is now started. So I know Shin Megami Tensei 5 is in here somewhere. I don't think I need to talk about that again. I'll talk about it when we get there, because I've only seen the bullet points about it, and I could talk about those bullet points right now. But like I said, I've already talked about that earlier in this live stream. And so in that case, I'll just save regurgitating my thoughts until I actually see it firsthand. So let's go.
Welcome to today's Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase. In this presentation, we'll be focusing on Nintendo Switch games launching in the first half of 2024 from our publishing and development partners. Okay, let's get into some headlines.
Is there any, you can spoil this because I'm actually asking, is there any first party thing in here? Were they lying about that as well? This is, what was it called?
Get ready to embark on an enormous ride.
Holy. What is the resolution? Why is it so fuzzy? So, as they shrunk the kids, they also shrunk the resolution at which they could perceive the universe. As their eyes shrunk, it lowered the resolution. No first-party stuff from the part you saw. Grounded, that's what it's called. Dude, this game got shrunken down getting ported to the Switch.
Assemble your crew and work together in online cross-platform co-op with up to 3 friends.
Dude, I would love to play this inferior version of the game on the Switch with my friends online via paying for a Nintendo online service and probably having to use the Nintendo app on my phone in order to use voice chat.
Take on the adventure solo. Gather resources to build your base and craft weapons, armor, and tools to improve your chances of survival.
Holy. This is gaming in 2024. That 1 second clip right there, that's how you open a presentation. How many frames is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, okay. Not counting the frame on the YouTube video. I'm counting the actual frame that I see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Dude, this is how you open a Nintendo Direct. This is how you open a gameplay presentation showcase.
Use the tools you craft to forage plant life, but watch out. You aren't alone out there. Work your way through the campaign to uncover the mysteries of the backyard. Or build, share, and play your own creations in Playgrounds mode. Do you have what it takes to make it big in this minuscule world and fend off its creepy, crawly inhabitants? Go big or never go home when Grounded launches on the Nintendo Switch system April 6th.
Well, I don't know how we're going to top that.
A tale of destruction and renewal unfolds.
Dude, they're spoiling. If I have the cursor moving, it spoils what the game is down here.
Sits atop a wealth of buried magic. Homunculi, artificial life forms created as the country flourished, were meant to bring about a brighter future.
This a visual novel?
As lilac,
No.
you'll reluctantly bond with.
Have they shown this before?
Alongside a homunculus who played a pivotal role in the country's demise. When the magic buried beneath the surface became corrupted.
It's an action RPG, but it's or an action platformer. I'm going to accidentally say the wrong things so many times here. Like I said, my commentary is so bad when I'm tired. It is an action platformer, but it's not striking me as an action platformer that would have really tight combat.
The creations will join you on your adventure, becoming your companions and lending their aid. What awaits Lilac and the homunculi at the end of their journey?
I'm also not particularly a fan of the whole
Find out when
puppet rigged animation style.
launches on Nintendo Switch.
It's a little reminiscent of Flash animation, but
It's your adventure.
I'm a little hypocritical saying that because I'm a Ghost and Goblins Resurrection stan,
Explore
and that game has that type of art style.
big adventure.
A ranger.
Ride across roads
I'm
and
arranging.
farms on a
I'm arranging.
gameplay grid where everything moves when you move. Solve puzzles by venturing out into the wilderness, helping out the townsfolk, and taking down monsters in handcrafted dungeons. What awaits
This actually looks pretty cool.
this journey of self-discovery? The world is yours.
It's like a mystery dungeon, but just puzzles.
Adventure, sliding onto Nintendo Switch this summer. Guide Elaine, a young
Unicorn Overlord?
to liberate 5 nations from the
I don't know what more they could say about this game because I think
customize your troops.
in the initial trailer, they did a pretty good job kind of showcasing what it's about, and it had a release date when they initially showed it.
Then unleash your army of the opposing Zenoiran forces. Your real-time strategy planning will turn the tide of war. During battle, you may get to recruit new allies or be faced with difficult decisions. Atlas
Recruit her or execute her. It's like those Chinese mobile game ads in which the ad has nothing to do with the gameplay, and you come across this helpless dame, and you can choose to recruit her or execute her, and you end up having to fight her level 99 boss by the end.
Atlas
You know what I'm talking about?
Corn Overlord, launching on Nintendo Switch March 8th. A demo will be available today on Nintendo.
Oh, there's a demo that Shadow dropped.
Originally released
You
on
guys are holding out on me. I could have streamed that today. Haha, smiley face. Just kidding.
Nintendo
I still would want to watch Capcom Cup while it's live.
system.
I do think I might want to download that demo, though, and play it once Capcom Cup is done. Just to see what the gameplay loop is actually like, because it's kind of hard to tell how much of it is turn-based and how much of it is real-time, or if it's just kind of automated stuff playing out during what seems like real-time.
As a rider,
So this is the Monster Hunter stories from the 3DS. Wait, I was asking about that earlier. Wasn't I asking, has any 3DS game been ported to the Switch? Is this the first one?
available today on Nintendo eShop. Originally released on the Nintendo 3DS system.
Yeah, so is this the very first 3DS game ported to the Switch?
The first Monster Hunter
Wasn't sure if you should have brought it up earlier.
now fully voiced and in HD. As a rider, you'll befriend and fight alongside
This is the 3DS game that's going to be on Switch, yeah.
the Black Blight that
Is this the first one ever?
many familiar monsters from across the series are included. Plus, you can browse artwork.
But it's not the same. It's not the same without my glasses-free 3D.
Nintendo Switch system this summer.
We're regressing. I thought games would be in 4D by now. Epic Mickey port? Rebrushed. Okay, guys. Can't we just say remake? Can't we just call the game Epic Mickey remake? We don't have to keep on getting creative with these remaster, remake, rebrushed subtitles.
Yen Sid's mischievous mirror lured Mickey Mouse into his workshop.
I actually like this game.
Finding the
I have it on the Wii.
A curious Mickey creates a map.
I thought it was really cool at the time, but I wonder if the novelty of it isn't as novel now.
The platforming adventure, Epic Mickey
I just remember this is on Switch,
returns in a faithful
as in this remake specifically. I was thinking, this gameplay looks a little chunky, and then it pulled out and it showed it was on Switch, and then I remembered, oh yeah, it probably feels awful on Switch. I'm probably just going to wait until they port it. I don't know if they will port it to other things though, because Epic Mickey was on the Wii only, so maybe the rebrushed version is also going to be a Nintendo exclusive. Sadly, it's a $60 game. Ah yes, a $60 price tag on a game that's 10 years old? How old is this game? It probably runs better on Wii. I'm going to go out on a limb here and guess it runs better on the Wii. It's on PS5 and Xbox Series X as well. Oh, okay, so we can at least get it on Xbox and have it run well. 14-year-old game, yeah. I love paying full price again for a 14-year-old game that's going to run worse on the Switch than it did on the original system. Okay, here's the SMT5 thing.
I'm afraid Tokyo experienced its own peculiar occurrence.
Man, the aliasing. Okay, on the plus side, this is coming to other systems. I know this is coming to other consoles. But for the sake of the Nintendo Direct showcase, they're probably having to only show it running on the Switch.
I'm afraid Tokyo experienced its own
which is probably why the aliasing looks so bad here.
peculiar occurrence while you were away.
So that's a new design.
I'll be counting on you to gather more intel on
I think that's a new design too, right?
the matter.
I suspected to be traveling back and forth.
I think just based on what I saw on Twitter, take your hand versus don't take your hand is you choosing between the original version of the game or the new story scenario, whatever that is. Hopefully having an actual alignment system.
Between Tokyo and another world.
This place is definitely dangerous.
Grind rails?
We know right now.
Look out!
It says witness a brand new chapter though, and that makes it sound as if it's some kind of post-game chapter or something you can kind of do concurrently with the main story, but they said you select it separately from the main menu as if it's a completely different version of the game, you know? So it's not like just a separate chapter.
Who are you?
Now let's kill this thing.
She seems as if she would be an NPC that would correlate to an alignment path. But we already had characters for Chaos Neutral and Law, right? So I don't know what she would be.
And so we have found it, the key to the resurrection.
Oh, I kind of like this track. It's like drum and bass. I don't think we had any drum and bass tracks in the bass version of the game. I'm not worried about the music. The music in the bass version of SMT5 was already amazing.
And so we have found it, the key to the resurrection.
Yeah, these are all new designs, right?
So what? This is where you prove you can fight. You think you can just fly in and be a hero?
Also, who is that talking? If that's not Hobino talking, then I think that's new in that he wasn't voiced in the base game, right? I think he was a silent pro tag.
The key to the resurrection.
So what? This is where you prove you can fight.
I don't think that's him talking, though.
You can just fly in and be a hero?
If it wasn't for you, my brother would never have been dragged into this war. You're not alone. If you want revenge, then I'll help you get it.
So this is story stuff from the base game, so they're still kind of using the same characters at least.
Remind you how you were wronged by this
Oh, dude, I forgot about that guy.
Remind you how you were
That character was so lame. My critiques about the game, other than the difficulty and the lack of an alignment system, is coming back to me. They're coming back to me now. I'm remembering. This was one of the worst law routes of any SMT game I've played. Not that I've played a lot, but this law route was so bad compared to any other route in any SMT game. I know I said any SMT game, but at first I said the worst law route in any SMT game, but then I said no, not just that. One of the worst routes of any route of the games I've played. The guy with the sucker hat. Oh, that guy. Yeah, hopefully they make an actual compelling law route. Is that too much to ask for? Can I be a normie and actually care about the story for a second? Even though I spent so much time talking about the alignment system and the difficulty. Vengeance. The Vengeance. June 21st. Same month as the Elden Ring expansion.
Enter or return to this ravaged waste.
Let me watch this again.
I'm afraid Tokyo experienced
It says Tale of Vengeance. I can't think of anything in the main games, in the base game's story that has anything to do with revenge. So whatever this game's subtitle is being named after, it must be something entirely new in the story, right? Oh, look, it's Black Frost on the monitor.
its
What the heck? Why is he on there?
I'm afraid Tokyo
You think same day? Oh, was it really same day? That's crazy. That's crazy because both the Elden Ring DLC and this game are kind of similar in that they kind of blur the lines between an expansion and a sequel. Because the Elden Ring DLC looks so big, it almost is like a sequel. And the update to this seems barely significant enough to merit re-releasing the game instead of making it DLC. You know what I mean?
experienced its own peculiar occurrence while you were away.
Go and actually
Tokyo.
listen.
I'm afraid Tokyo experienced its own peculiar occurrence while you were away. I'll be counting on you to gather more intel on the matter.
I don't remember if these were lines in the base game. The story in SMT5, the story itself was pretty cool, but it was so sorely underdeveloped that barely anything happened. And because barely anything happened, I barely remember anything.
Suspected to be traveling back and forth between Tokyo and
So I don't know if these are lines from the base game story or not, but these are definitely new areas.
another world.
This place is definitely dangerous. And that's about all we know right now.
Look out!
Who are you?
Now let's kill this thing.
And so we have found it. The key to the resurrection.
So what? This is where you prove you can fight? You think you can just fly in and be a hero?
If it wasn't for you, my brother would...
I keep trying to pay attention to what they're saying and the designs, but literally, even with me rewatching this, trying to just focus on those things, I'm completely distracted by the music because it's so weird hearing a drum and bass track in an SMT game. At least, even if The Vengeance doesn't fix the problems with the base game, we're at least going to get a bunch of new tracks that are going to definitely be bangers. So we can at least look forward to that. Yeah, this doesn't answer my questions, nor does it assuage my concerns. So I'm still not entirely sure if I'm going to get this. It'll pretty much come down to, is there an actual working alignment system? And if they rebalanced the difficulty to actually be more challenging, to actually have a climbing difficulty curve instead of it just becoming so much easier after the second main boss. So I'm definitely going to wait to buy this until I hear about it. So I'm not buying it day one. But there's a very decent likelihood that I will buy it, assuming it fixes at least some of the things that I want it to fix.
You're not alone. If you want revenge, then I'll help you get it.
So
I've been dragged to this war.
You're not alone. If you want revenge.
who's talking here? Is it the girl that got possessed by the boss in question, the second main boss, the one with the tentacles, the one I was talking about?
Then I'll help you get it.
Or was it... Wait, no, that's the law girl.
You want revenge.
That's the law girl, right? This is the one that got
Then
possessed.
I'll help you get it. Allow me to remind you how you were wrong.
Wait, was she law? But Sucker Hat guy was law. Because wasn't there a big plot twist in like the third act? That girl says, actually, I'm a literal goddess that's just been hanging out. And you get her in your team. And I thought for sure she was a law. Wait, I think that's why it was confusing me. I was thinking like, what alignment path are we on? But we weren't on an alignment path because there was no alignment path in that game. Was she supposed to be neutral? I think having a deity is a really... I think having a deity is kind of... Having a deity to represent the neutral path is kind of dumb. Unless it is a deity that's kind of weirdly humanist. You know, like a Prometheus. Like a Prometheus trying to fight for humanity. You know, giving fire to humans and getting punished for it. I think if you had a deity kind of like that, it would be really cool. Because, you know, normally, because the neutral route is supposed to be the most, like, normie humanist route, not favoring, like, law demons or chaos demons, not really favoring heaven or hell. It's supposed to kind of favor Middle Earth. And so usually the neutral route rep is a human, right? So I think it would be kind of cool if you were to think of deities that could represent a neutral route, like Prometheus, like I was saying, like Prometheus or like a serpent type figure. But she was not that. She was just kind of generic. I don't remember what deity she actually was, but I think she was just some Japanese, like, benevolent goddess, right?
By this world.
So if that's all they show here, I'm assuming that Atlas posted some actual renders of some of the new designs, because I saw some images, I saw some PNGs of some of the new designs of the demons that were shown off here very briefly.
Enter or return to this ravaged wasteland and experience
Battlefront Classic Collection.
your adventure.
Spoiled it.
Let's take a look at some more headlines. Get ready to unite and fight in these Nintendo Switch games.
Unite and fight is not a tagline I would think of when it comes to Star Wars Battlefront.
In iconic battles from across
Are these coming to anything else? If they're porting Star Wars Battlefront 2, I'd love to play it with my brother.
players can strike
Oh, it's the whole collection.
familiar
I'm assuming by the collection they just mean 1 and 2.
battles. This collection includes additional playable characters such as Kit Fisto and additional maps like Jabba's Palace.
Wait, addition...
Such as
Did they make
online
new assets for this game?
battles before players can strike back against familiar faces in massive online battles. This collection includes additional playable characters such as Kit Fisto and additional maps like Jabba's Palace. Plus,
I remember Jabba's Palace was in Star Wars Battlefront 2. yeah, so far a lot of games that I would not want to get on Switch. Ranger looks kind of fun. That one might be okay on Switch. Unicorn Overlord is only on Switch. Wait, no, it's not. That one might be able to run okay on Switch, but I'd rather not risk it. Epic Mickey, definitely not on Switch. SMT5, definitely not on Switch. That game ran terribly on the Switch, so the biggest news about V Vengeance is that it's going to other consoles, honestly. Star Wars Battlefront. I'm not paying Nintendo for their online service to play Star Wars Battlefront online. Hopefully this comes to Steam.
Battle as your favorite heroes or villains in Hero Assault. Play as Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader, and more on maps including Death Star and Naboo.
I think what they did is they took the maps from the subsequent games, like they took the maps from Battlefront 2 and put those maps into the previous games.
Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection launches on the Nintendo Switch system March 14th. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo Wii.
I'm checking if this is available on anything else. Star Wars. If you can play Star Wars Battlefront 2 online on Steam, that would be amazing. Star Wars Battlefront. Please don't be a Switch exclusive. And Steam! Dude. That might actually have a decent player base. I can't remember the last time we've had actual good news about a Star Wars game.
Your simulation days are over, trooper.
Looking at the announced trailer.
It's a real battle.
Skipping to the end. Switch, PlayStation, Xbox, Steam, everything. Wow, so far that's actually... I'm a little suspicious. I feel like there's some catch. But assuming there's no catch, that's actually the most exciting thing. South Park in my family-friendly Nintendo broadcast.
As the new kid.
All right, you're on now, new kid.
Join Cartman, Stan, and the rest of the gang to save the town in this co-op action game. Choose from a wide range of iconic...
I doubt this is a Switch exclusive.
...to customize your character however you'd like. Once you're set, it's time for battle.
Hearing the Nintendo Direct announcer describe a South Park game is a little surreal. Does this guy know what South Park is about? Does he know what it's like?
Sharpen your steel for the latest entry in the Sword Art Online series.
Sword Art Online is still doing stuff?
The world goes haywire. The past and present collide.
Kirito! Yo, it's my boy Kirito.
Alongside former adversaries and fallen allies. It's up to you to save the world.
Whoa, okay. Oh, we're dropping some frames on the Switch.
To save the former adversaries and fallen allies. It's up to you to save the world.
We're dropping some frames on the Switch. Playing Sao. Dude, I don't think Kirito, the Black Swordsman, the beater, would ever put up with the frame drops of the Nintendo Switch. Kirito would want this game on Steam. Hey, it's the character that is the character made by his sister that definitely does not have an incestuous relationship with her brother. I don't remember if that happened or if they were just thinking of it. Gundam? Has this game been officially localized yet? Dude, so many games that are not going to run well on Switch. This game is not going to run well.
You can equip more abilities to craft.
I'm down for more Gundam, though. Whatever it may be.
Show off your builds and snap pics in the new diorama mode.
You know, anything that's going to lead to more Gundam sales, so Bamco realizes that they should just put everything over here.
Let's get down to
Yeah.
monkey business.
Is this a new Monkey Ball?
The newest entry in the Super Monkey Ball series rolls onto Nintendo Switch.
Banana Rumble? It's a new game?
Over 200 brand new stages await with optional motion controls. Using the new spin dash.
Okay, when you say motion, you mean gyro controls, right?
You can blast over obstacles and create shortcuts to victory.
Okay.
Dash move stages await.
My number one question was going to be, is there a jump button like in the newer ones? Which is kind of a divisive mechanic because it turns it into more of a platformer than a marble game. And I haven't seen anything about the jump yet. So I was thinking, okay, we're back to Super Monkey Ball 1 and 2, pure marble game, right? But they have this
Optional motion controls. Using the
spin dash mechanic,
new spin dash move.
which isn't necessarily a jump.
You can blast over obstacles and create shortcuts to victory.
It seems not as egregious as a jump, but it still tarnishes the purity of a marble game a little bit.
Have a ball with friends and family in 4-player local co-op. And up to 16 players can battle online as they tilt their way to be the top banana.
Monkey Ball Battle Royale.
Finish line in race mode. Grab the falling bananas in Banana Hunt.
It seems pretty fun, but I don't think it's what Monkey Ball 1 and 2 fans are looking for still. I don't think Sega realizes what was so great about the first two, and I don't think they understand what people are actually asking for. But it does look fun.
Team up to take down robots in Robot Smash and more.
Yeah, I'll take the spin dash over a jump.
Get ready to roll. Tilt.
Maybe they're trying to hit the background there. Maybe they're trying to hit a happy medium between the jump and a no jump.
Ready to roll. Tilt.
I don't know why this background fascinated me. I love marble game skyboxes. I think there's a special artistry to it. So I'm always fascinated to see new ones.
Dash and party in one appealing adventure. When Super Monkey Ball
Get it?
Banana Rumble
Appealing?
launches
That one was a little more subtle than Top Banana.
exclusively on the Nintendo Switch system,
June 25th.
Pre-orders begin today.
Guys, wouldn't it be so funny if all of you guys that are planning on playing the Elden Ring DLC instead of playing the Elden Ring DLC, if you all got on Super Monkey Ball Banana Rumble and we all raced each other?
Nintendo eShop.
I would love to see the look on Bandai Namco's face. Haha.
Food time.
Okay.
It's liquidy. It's solidy. It's goo. Stretch it, shape it, and use it to build strategic structures.
This is an actual sequel.
You can build towers.
Dude, every single time I went onto the Wii Shop channel,
This is. Your goal is to
this game was front and center. Not 2, but the first World of Goo. Every time I went to the Wii Shop channel, I saw World of Goo getting advertised towards me. It was always on the
put
homepage.
your imagination to the test. As you build, splash, explode, destroy, fly, and roll your goo to the goal. You'll encounter different types of goo balls with unique properties, including explosive goo, jelly goo, and more. Plus, exclusive to the Nintendo Switch version, you can build with up to 3 buds in local co-op play. World of Goo 2 launches as a console exclusive on Nintendo Switch May 23rd.
Console exclusive? RIP.
Build a life transcending time.
Is this level 5? It looks like a level 5 game.
1,000 years in the making, in a brand new fantasy life game.
Fantasy Life I.
Living island in the sea.
Hey, we got our farming game. We got our obligatory farming game.
Travel to the island's past to gather gather resources, then use them to restore the island in the present. You'll start out by assuming one of many different roles called...
I wonder if Nintendo allowing your Animal Crossing clone onto their system is kind of a bad sign. Because if Nintendo allows you to put your very obvious Animal Crossing clone on their system, it means they aren't feeling very threatened by it.
lives. Why not become a miner to collect ore? How about a magician to take...
But if you propose an Animal Crossing clone
or even a carpenter
and
to
Nintendo acts scared and they say, no, we don't want that on the Switch, that's a good sign.
as you rebuild the
So then you say, okay, I'm going to
As you
go put
travel
this on
through
Steam.
time, you'll gradually uncover truths about your new island home. Additionally, up to 4 players can journey together online. Invite friends to the island and set off to discover the secrets that
Will we have to use the Nintendo app to voice chat?
yours to live in. Fantasy Life I, the girl who steals time, launching on Nintendo
Weird
Switch
title.
October 10th. It's time.
October?
Nintendo Switch October 10th.
So that's not the first half.
Trash?
One crab's trash.
The world these days is dark and mean.
The field of view.
Water tastes unclean.
Another crab's treasure being developed or published by Agro Crab.
Need I remind you all how threatening the ocean is outside this reef?
Scour the depths of a polluted undersea world in this Souls-like adventure.
Souls-like?
Recently had my shell taken away. If you can go get
I really don't like that Souls-like has become such a vocabulary word that the Nintendo Direct announcer guy is able to just casually say, Souls-like adventure.
treasure they're jawing about, I'll gladly trade your shell for it.
I want to hear that voice acting again.
I recently had my shell taken away. If you can go get that treasure they're jawing about, I'll gladly trade your shell for it.
Uh-huh.
Protect yourself with whatever you can find, from cans to cardboard, during your hunt to reclaim your prized shell.
It would appear the hunt is on, I say.
I've been working my butt off trying to get my old life back.
Release this on the same day as the Elden Ring DLC.
Crafty predators along the way.
No balls.
Work out a deal, little hermit. That treasure's as good as mine.
Use over 60 ability-granting shells.
Do it.
Harness powerful umami magic to take down enemies in frenetic combat. What other threats lie in the ocean depths? As they say, one crab's trash is another crab's treasure. Launching on Nintendo Switch April 20th.
January, February, March, April. It comes out before. Okay.
These Nintendo Switch games will have you dashing, dropping, and drilling.
Hopefully another crab's treasure
April 20th.
is going to be on another crab's console.
These Nintendo Switch games will have you dashing, dropping.
Pretty proud of myself for that one.
Join Penny and Yo-Yo in a brand
Oh, this game looked really good, actually.
brought you Sonic Mania. Dash.
This is a really good art direction. Holy cow.
String in over 40 levels across 11 vibrant worlds, all while outrunning a massive penguin army and a colorful cast of bosses. Feast on power-ups to activate transformations. Help out the denizens.
Yeah, the art direction in this is amazing. And the platforming looks pretty solid too.
Attack mode. Hope you're ready
Would hop off, see me tomorrow for more Capcom Cup. Okay, cool. I will see you tomorrow.
today.
Oh, that's the full game's available right now. I need to watch some gameplay of that. I will try to go live before the whole thing starts. Depending on how the rest of this direct goes, I may or may not upload the whole thing as a reaction video. I don't know if people are going to be too enthused with my reactions to some of these things, but I feel as if I have enough to say about each thing to maybe merit uploading it. I have actually seen gameplay of this game before. I don't know if you guys would believe me, but I happened to view gameplay of this game. I didn't know what it was called, but Anime Illuminati, Giuna was streaming this game for some reason. I don't know why he was playing it. There's paid DLC to this game?
Local 2-player battles are coming as paid DLC to the fruit
Paid DLC for the multiplayer?
matching phenomenon, Suika game.
Suika game, that's what it's called.
Original, time limit, and attack. Aim for a higher score than your opponent in original mode. Make split-second decisions against the clock in time limit mode. And overwhelm your opponent with bunches of fruit in attack mode. Plus, online multiplayer will be added to the DLC in the future.
Buy this DLC for multiplayer, but the online multiplayer is coming later, but you're paying now. Pay now, but we'll give you the online multiplayer later. That is such a weird decision.
Drops onto the Nintendo Switch system today.
That should have just been an update.
And DLC is also available today.
Pay, like, you have to pay for Nintendo Online, and then you have to pay for the DLC, and then wait for the multiplayer, or the online multiplayer. That's so bad.
Gear up for some thrilling drilling in the 2D action platformer, Pepper Grinder.
Pepper Grinder, what the heck? Oh, this is like,
Burrow through terrain. Pulverize
I was going to say, this is kind of reminding me of Mr. Driller. Or not Mr. Driller, Drill Dozer. Game Freak's game.
Pepper Grinder drill
Game Freak's game that isn't Pokemon.
28. A demo will be available today on Nintendo Wii.
Another demo. That looks cool. Oh man, they barely showed anything for that.
Drills its way onto Nintendo Switch to recover your missing fortune. Pepper Grinder drills its way onto Nintendo Switch March 28th.
Well, you know what I could do? I can just copy the timestamps from their description to put in mine. Obviously, I would have to offset the minutes, or I could have it start as soon as it starts, and then I could literally copy and paste the whole thing.
Be available today.
That might be a new life hack.
Giddy up for a fusion of solitaire and horse racing in this remastered version of Pocket Card Jockey. Take cards to create a sequence of numbers and build up power during a race.
Let's go.
Check the positions of other horses, spend power to move around the course, and grab special cards to gain the upper hoop. Win events to get new horses, then breed them to raise the next generation of ideal steeds. You can even race online against other players. It's off to the races.
I don't think that robot horse is allowed.
Launching on Nintendo Switch today.
Sizzle reel. The Demon Slayer game is a Mario Party clone. Oh, I would like to see how that game runs on Switch. Oh, yeah. As I was saying. Man, I want a new Contra game to be good, but this game looks so rough. But, you know, it could be Uggo and still be really fun. I mean, God Hand is one of my favorite games ever, and that game is not pretty.
Almost wraps up this Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase. But before we go, we have 2 more announcements to share. First, please take a look at this.
They said 2, right? Killer Instinct? I kept seeing footage from different games. It was throwing me off. Just a bunch of rare games.
These games are available today. You can play them with an active Nintendo Switch Online or Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack membership.
So many ways to give them money.
This is our last announcement. Please take a look.
Endless Ocean 3. It actually might be. I was partly joking, but also partly not.
A mysterious underwater
Hopefully they put this on something else. I don't get it. When I saw Endless Ocean on the Wii, I don't remember it looking bad. I remember looking at Endless Ocean on the Wii and thinking, well, this looks cool. There's no way an Endless Ocean in 2024 looks worse than the Wii version, right?
Endless Ocean game. Welcome to the Veiled Sea, a location known to very few people. This unexplored region changes with each dive, offering new things to discover.
I think it's
Up to 30 players online can plunge into the ocean's depths.
kind of crazy they made this the final announcement. I think for a lot of people, this probably seemed like a big huh moment. But I think the reason they decided to save this for the end is because Endless Ocean was so associated with the Wii. At least for me personally, and I think that game probably sold really well, unbeknownst to a lot of the people that watched this direct live. I think it might have sold really well. And so if Nintendo were looking at the sales, they were probably thinking, okay, Endless Ocean has a ton of fans, so this will be a big deal to a lot of people. Let's save it for the end. But those people might not necessarily have been watching it. Because, for example, the only reason I watched Endless Ocean is because my brother played it. My brother really liked Endless Ocean, and he would be the person to get excited about this. He didn't even watch the direct. I'll have to tell him about that. So I bet there were a lot of resident sleepers in the chat for that one.
We hope you're looking forward to exploring the vast
Even though I
ocean
think
of Nintendo
that was actually kind of an interesting final bit.
That's all for today's Nintendo Direct.
Okay, I was expecting that to be a lot worse, just based on the fact that checking Twitter, I didn't see anything outside of Shin Megami Tensei 5 or the Elden Ring trailer. But there actually were some cool things in here. Unicorn Overlord was already revealed, so I'm not really counting that. But that is a 100% buy for me. I'm definitely getting that game at launch. The fact that they're porting a 3DS game is nice, because maybe that means they're going to start porting other 3DS games. We were talking about that earlier. I do like Epic Mickey. Definitely don't want to play it on the Switch, but if they ever mark it down, or if it ever goes on sale on Steam, I would probably be interested in getting that game to play it again. SMTV Vengeance, I've already talked about that a bunch. Obviously, that's a big highlight for me in this direct. Not necessarily because I think it'll be good, but because I am going to be watching it with great attention, because I'm very curious how this is going to turn out. So I'm going to be paying a lot of attention to that. I would have had much more of a big reaction to it being in this direct if it hadn't leaked a few days ago, because Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance was leaked through a ratings board. It got rated somewhere. I forgot where. But that made it already known that the game was going to get re-released, and the fact that Nintendo said that they were doing a direct just a few days later made it pretty obvious to me that there was a pretty high likelihood that the SMT5 re-release would be in this direct, which is why I'm not surprised that it's here Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection, honestly, the fact that that's going to be on Steam with multiplayer, I think that's probably the highlight for me personally, weirdly enough. I still feel as if there has to be a catch, because when was the last time there was any good Star Wars news, right? I like seeing Gundam in here, even though I would rather play Gundam Breaker on anything but the Switch. New Monkey Ball is kind of swaggy just to see Sega do more with some of their other IPs, right? I'll probably get Banana Rumble. Maybe not day one, but I'll probably eventually get it. Another Crab's Treasure, probably the biggest surprise. Not that it's necessarily inspiring confidence. Penny's Big Breakaway, I had already seen that game before. I think this game looks really good, and it's probably really good as well. I do want to watch some streams of people playing this. Might be a really good speedrun game, too, actually, now that I think of it. I could definitely spend time speedrunning that. Pepper Grinder looked cool. Might want to look at that. And Endless Ocean is kind of a nice surprise. Not that I'm going to play it, but I'm going to have fun telling my brother about it because, like I said, he really liked the one on the Wii. So anyways, thanks for watching, everyone. And like I said, I'm super exhausted, so I'm going to try to make a very low-effort thumbnail as quickly as possible. And I think I'm going to try to somehow appropriate these timestamps. And then, depending on when the video starts, I'm just going to have to offset each timestamp by the same amount. But then once I know the amount, I can just add that time to each one. So let's see how fast I can do that. So let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I will see all of you guys later. And bye for now.